everybody! Here we are on page 34 of Essential Elements, Book 1. So recently we went over learning the F natural and C natural. Violins and violas are low twos, cellos are twos. And now that we've done that, we can play in C major finally. In C major, we have all natural notes, no sharps, no flats. So for instance, if you know anything about the piano, we're dealing with just the white keys, no black keys, no sharps, no flats. So on page 34, you'll see the key signature of C major at the top, and you'll see there are no sharps or flats written because it is just, everything is natural. So we have F naturals and C naturals, as well as everything else natural that we already know. So we start with our C major scale, so we finally get to do a C major scale, and as you know, a scale just starts and ends on the note of that key. In this case, we're in C, so we start on C and go up to a high C and back down to your low C. So here we go, and it's a round. So I will start, well, play it with me first, and then go ahead and back up this video and listen to me play the first two measures. When I get to measure 3, you start at measure 1, or do it vice versa, you start, and then that might be harder though when you're listening to a recording. But anyway, here we go, C major scale. Nice. And you will see those little caret V thingies, and they say half step. So that's just telling you it's a half step. You know, your fingers are closer together for that half step, B to C, as opposed to like B to C sharp. That would be a whole step. We've kind of talked about that before, but maybe didn't see those half step markings. So whenever you see that, that is a half step marking. It doesn't change anything. It's just reminding you it's a half step, not a whole step. Next one, split decision. So now we have a duet, yay! I wish I could really play with you. But I will start with A. Again, play with me, A and B, and then try playing the opposite part with me. Just back up the video. Here we go. Here's part A. Ready, go. Here's part B. Ready, go. So what's the difference between part A and part B? Are the notes different? No, we're actually playing the same notes at the same time. It's just, what is different? The rhythm. The rhythm is different. So you're not going to hear different harmonies if you're playing this with me. Our notes will be the same notes, will be in unison. Just the rhythms will be different. But if you want to make it a little more interesting, you could, just like in your C major scale, listen to me play the first two measures, and then you come in. When I start measure 3, you start measure 1, and then you'd have some nice harmony, if you like. Next one, Oak Hollow. 2, 3, go. Really pretty. Okay, the next one, a tisket a tasket. So when I first heard a tisket a tasket, have you heard a tisket a tasket? It's, you know, an older song that people hear. I don't know if it's like a folk song, but when I first heard it, it was actually like a jazzy swing song. My first recording that I ever heard of it was by this group called Manhattan Transfer, this a cappella singing group. My parents listened to them, so I listened to them too, and I loved them, and I still do. They're really awesome. But I think it was on their Swing CD, and they did this really cool version of A Tisket a Tasket. So instead of just kind of like, it's like, a tisket, a tasket, a brown and yellow basket. I sent a letter to my honey, and on the way I dropped it. She dropped it, she dropped it. It's like so awesome. So you can look it up if you want. It's like a super like cool jazzy version of A Tisket, a Tasket. But here is the most well-known regular version as it is written. A Tisket, a Tasket. We've got a pickup note here and a first ending, second ending. 1, 2, 3. So it's very nice, but it's definitely not jazzy like the version I grew up with. So you could do like, something like that. Jazz it up. Anyway, next one is the Essential Elements Quiz, Russian folk song. All right, C major once again. Get those low twos, get those cellos, get those twos. Super important with all of these songs. Here we go. No slurs to worry about. No weird rhythms. Just get your low twos or twos. Ready? Go. Right. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.